And I believe we're live now, if I'm not mistaken. So, yep, we appear to be live. All the audio is going off. Yep, we are live now. So, hello everybody, this is CVGS. I'm the captain here and I have Dempster.
Hi.
And today we are going to be honoring the most powerful woman in all of media, in all of anime, maybe all of media, because Tomari
Yes.
caused a whole entire stream to die yesterday.
Yeah, salute. Mad
Salute.
respect.
Mad respect, because she was the only person that can actually kill a live stream in the middle of its production, which is so surprising that it happened. But then again, it was a pure freak accident. I haven't got the details yet, but it did turn out to be it did ended up turning out to be like an error on the YouTube Japan site. So because I watched back the archive that they put up, and the archive like the show went on, so like none of the presenters were the wiser in terms of like what's going on. They just kept the show going, and even if they knew, they just kept the show going, which was very, very professional of them to actually do so. But what we missed out was actually really the card reviews. It was just before the card reviews went up. That was the only big news when the live stream really cut off at that time. So we managed to get the card reads on the day itself from Twitter, but we see them explaining the whole thing as well. And also, the last thing is that Dr. O is also retiring from the front lines, because he's no longer going to be presenting these live streams. I think he's handing off to what was the name of the other guy? Do you remember them?
Mano Takumi.
Yes.
Mano Takumi.
Takumi, yeah, I think so. So he's the one that will be taking over, at least the presenting wise for Vanguard, going to Overdress from there. So yeah, thank you, Dr. O, for all that you've done for Vanguard in all of its 10 years. So round of applause to him as well. Right, so let's get on to discussion, and I think with you being here, Dems, we should talk about the really, really good one, which was if we check the poll here, because I put up a poll when we went up live stream, and apparently we got 58 votes, and 79 of them went to Wannabe Kamen Rider from Dark States.
Wow. Okay. I'm pretty sure part of it is because the name is much catchier than the Jewel Sorceress.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really put a lot of like comedy to it, because Jewel Sorceress is like, oh, Jewel Sorceress, okay. Not that. So we attached Kamen Rider build ever since last week, thanks to different fight from there. So hello Kaio, welcome to the stream. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, so let's go straight to the least popular one. We'll try.
Hi Brian.
Hi Brian.
Thank you for dropping.
Thank you for dropping by. Right, so let's talk about the Hexaorb Sorceress, because I think that one was one of the more fun reveals that we had for last week. Let me just find the here it is, the Hexaorb Sorceress. So, in case you're unaware, Hexaorb Sorceress skill is that on the Vanguard circle, when your unit drive checks reveals a trigger unit, choose one of your rear guards and it gets plus 10k until the end of the turn. And then after that, it's other ability act. If you persona right this turn, then you can pay the cost of counter plus 1 and so plus 1, reveal up to 1 critical or front trigger from your hand, and put it at the top of your deck, and this unit gets plus 1 drive until the end of the turn. So, we did talk preliminary about how this works in Susano, but I think that, with it needing the Persona Blast, right, this actually may end up being its own deck, even in Premium as well.
Yeah. Like I mentioned yesterday, Susano's skill requires its own set of requirements in order to make things work. So even by putting things like Amaterasu and Ichikishima into this Hexaorb Sorceress deck, it will not proc off as well, because it doesn't allow them to review cards with the new set. I'm not sure about the other support cards, but we will see when the set comes out. But from what I know, they have their own requirements. So even if you put those in, right, it's not going to work as well. It might as well just be its own deck separately.
So, because like I said, guys, his name is Mano Takumi. Yes, we know. We got somebody that is able to read his Japanese name. So do not worry.
Thank you.
We understand his name. It's just memorizing it, because we now have to recognize him as the main presenter for the live streams going forward, because Dr. O has retired from the from the front screen, so for the live streams. Right, so yeah, back onto Hexaorb Sorceress. The way that I see this, right, is like you can include cards that were in Susano, in V Standard, and actually apply that to Hexaorb Sorceress if you were to play in Premium. But in terms of like combining Susano itself with Hexaorb Sorceress, that might be a bit more difficult, right?
Yeah, much more difficult.
Yeah, so after the thought of this, is like I'm thinking, wait, the epicness of this unit skill relies on you having a Persona Blast, so which means that you will need to have to ride her twice in order to get it. So she's either an early starter, which is quite okay if she's an early starter, and then Susano can come in afterwards, but it's not really as ideal as a late starter.
Yeah.
Hi Brain, what's up? Hello.
Hello.
Kyle says, let's talk about Megumi. Not yet. We'll get to her very soon. So we just kind of want to talk about the cards right now and just think of its implications in Premium. Because while Hexaorb Sorceress is very nice and it's very cool and nice to see it in Overdress, I'm actually more excited about seeing this in Overdress more so than others. But when it comes to Premium, right, I think the one that's more eye-catching is the wannabe Kamen Rider, which is him, Master of Gravity Baromagnes, over here. So, in case you guys are unaware, his skill is that when this unit attacks, counterblast 1 and perform the following actions according to the number of cards in the soul. 5 or more, you get to draw a card. 10 or more, this unit gets plus 10k and 1 critical at the end of the battle. 15 or more, both you and your opponent puts all of your own rearguards into the souls. Then you choose up to 2 cards from the soul, call it to separate rearguard circles, and those units get plus 10k until the end of the turn. So, yep. This one has a lot more implications in Premium because of that ability. There's a lot of decks out there that can easily reach 15 souls. I think back then Amon was one of the ones, and No Life King, sorry. And after that it was it's Shahalat that can also do that as well. And 15 souls is considered normal in Dark Irregular, so this really is a very strong addition to Premium actually. Like, we can't comment much on Dark Irregulars. In fact, the Dark Irregulars expert with us is JJ, but I can safely say that I played enough of against Dark Irregulars and a little bit of it that I know how strong something like this could be, especially when it comes to debilitating your opponent's boards.
Yeah.
Brian says that your unit is finally here. Do you consider Hexaorb Sorceress a unit?
I'm not too sure. I have to wait for the set to come up before I can make a decision.
Before you have to make the decision, is it?
Yep.
I see. So are you gonna be on the side picking up the Keter Sanctuary just to stand by?
I have to. I mean, I doubt anyone who's sharing Keter Sanctuary will be playing this.
Yes, so if they decide not to play Bastion also, but we do have to see what the power for Bastion is. They did say that there's going to be support cards for the start decks in there. We haven't seen any of them because they want to promote new right lines and other playstyles that the others are going to be playing out also. Brain says I'm hyped for next week because it's Link Joker at the Dragon Empire reveals. Yep, and those two are safe for last, so we can expect something good out of them. So, which if you are playing Brand Gate, this might, depending on the skill, might appeal to you. What do you think?
Again, we shall see.
Then Brain asks, are you happy with your Keter unit reveal?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen something this interesting. I'm definitely excited to play it again.
Absolutely.
Bring back the glory of OTT, you know?
Yes. Bring back the glorious and spread the word. Hi, have you heard of our Lord and Savior Amaterasu? Or Susano?
Yeah.
That should be the way. Brian says that Dark Irregulars plus Magia, it seems, could work in either decks, in G Premium or in V Premium. V Premium not so, because V Premium is... actually, no, Premium is in general all Premium, so there's no such thing as V Premium. There is V Standard, which is only inclusive of those cards. So in Premium in total, yeah, I never really thought about it, but putting that card with Magia actually would put a lot of pressure on people. But then again, because of Magia and the way that it works, you might not have the 15... it might be difficult for you to build the 15 soul that you'll need. Not unless you're playing some of the other cards in Playmoon that stacks their souls a bit more better than the current ones also. So I can see that not actually working out that well in terms of Pale Moon. It can work, but the units that's coming up to my mind does not seem to play out. So it says probably gonna be OP with Pale Moon's combos. It can be, but the 15 soul is still an issue from there. So right. And speaking of next week, so there's something that they teased in the upcoming week actually, which is if I can find it over here. Here it is. So from next week onwards, we are actually going to be seeing this new big project that's coming up, and a lot of people have hopes and speculation that it's an online client. Hi Andrew, yes, you made it. So
a lot of people are speculating that.
A lot of people are
online
speculating it's an
client for
online
Vanguard.
client for Vanguard, and I think it's more similar to what Battle Spirits have done with their TCG Connect. So it might be a way for like it might be a platform for them for like to do remote fights and such also.
Most likely, yes. And if that were the case, then it's a very welcome addition, even though it's like what, 2 years late.
Yes, it is a little 2 years later. So, and of course, when people say online client, right, I think back to the fiasco that was Cardfight Online.
The relic that will never be forgotten. It will forever tarnish the image of whoever that made it.
It will forever tarnish my Steam page because it's always going to be there and I'm never going to delete it. So it serves as a painful memory that this could have been something more. But if it is an online client like this Brit project says it is to be, then it's only nothing but good news from there, because then there will at least be something that people would be able to continuously play Vanguard and do content for even as well. Like currently right now with Vanguard content, we're only stuck with Vanguard EX. We're only stuck with the 3DS games if you have the ways to showcase them also. But beyond that, it's still from a limited time and it doesn't have some of the newer stuff, which means that in order for them to really like keep things up to date, it would be better if it wasn't an online client in terms of like in a game of sorts, but it means for people to actually play remote fights with each other. I think that one will be much more better in terms of what this Brit project could be. And I have little hopes of survivability for any game release that they decide to put a Brit project out of also. But what do you guys think? Let us know. What do you guys speculate this Brit project could be? So because like it says that I was actually hoping for Stealth Dragons to feed my addiction, lol, but I can settle for Narukami looking cards as a temporary main, at least until we get a Stealth Dragon right line. Yes, we are going to be seeing what appears to be a Desert Gunner, and it's a... It is a Narukami style of design card, so it looks like a Desert Gunner as we mentioned in the live stream yesterday. So yeah, I mean, in terms of this, right, I probably will get a better answer from Leon also, but I like to think that this one might have to do with binding. So similar to what we've seen thus far with Narukami, because it makes sense that they continue the bind, because that has been their defining gimmick ever since. And it's interesting to see how they will bring bind into Overdress. Because it would be nice if bind in Overdress, right, works out nicely as how the rest of the reveals has been also, like Alchemagic, like what's that? Like Prison even as well. Like the prison system is
Prison, Alchemagic, Overdress, Final Rush. I think these are the only 4 so-called keywords / play mechanics.
Can also. Potato says Jello.
Jello. Jello.
Hello. Yes. Brain says finally you can say Oracle Think Tag. You can kind of, but it's still called Keter Sanctuary. Not unless you put it in the OTT deck. So I missed that line from Yu-Gi-Oh versus Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, you mean Vanguard versus Yu-Gi-Oh? I think so. Oracle Think Tank. You know,
I know that.
All arguing
that
meta.
Phrase.
Everybody all arguing meta.
I just come in and go Oracle Think Tank. Let's face it, whenever I come in with that deck, right, I think I bring the heat with me.
Yeah, you always do bring the heat with you, so it's kind of dangerous to actually fight against you, personally speaking. It's always dangerous to fight against you.
Good. Very good.
Because you know stuff that I don't, and I have to I'm not only reading your plays, I'm also reading you, because I have to see whether if there's something that you know. Like what do those mud brown eyes hide behind? Like what's going on behind your head?
Mud brown eyes.
You have brown eyes, right? You have brown eyes, right?
I don't know. Are they brown? You want to stare into them?
I think most of us have brown eyes, so there's hardly any people that has blue eyes in our country. Not unless they are, not unless they are.
They are the white, not unless they are white dragons. Yes.
Yeah, not unless the white dragons are, so then they're wise of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but indeed,
Okay, what else do we have?
but indeed, in terms of fighting against you, right, it really is it really is takes the game to a different level, and there is a certain level of danger. Ironically, I also give the same amount of danger. The difference between you and me is that you can see what's coming. You have to agree on that, right?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, Kyle says, when I get Baromagnes, I will look in my opponent's eyes and says, "Are you ready?" No. Once you ride in from there, but then when you go for the 15, you should go the laws of victory are set. Complete.
Yeah,
with
when you start the game, you don't say standard Vanguard now. You say Sa Jiken or Hajime Oka.
Correct. Correct. You must say Sa Jiken or Hajime Oka. Don't know how I flubbed it. Kyle says big project can be a Switch game for Overdress. I wouldn't mind a Switch game for Overdress, but
I wouldn't mind, yeah.
Yeah, but it does need to be whatchamacallit? It does need to be updated. It needs to be ongoing. Like they can't leave it in the dust like what they've done thus far. So it's important that they keep it up. So Brain says, I'm happy with the card reveals last night during my birthday. Yes, happy birthday to you. I think we greeted you happy birthday last week. So happy birthday. So and it's good card reveals.
Right, shall we sing? Shall I sing for it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, just kidding. Oh, whoops. Happy birthday to you. Okay, there we go. Right, let's move it.
Brian Peng says maybe the big project could mean community-driven skills on future Vanguard cards as a separate set. Community-driven skills are so like fan submission.
When you have 10 people watching you play the game, this unit gets plus 50. Community driven, right?
Community driven.
When this unit attacks the Vanguard, you may pay the cost, which is get all the people around you to scream. If you do, or if they do, then this unit is unblockable. Okay, just
that's
what do you mean by community driven skills?
Do
like
explain on that. So.
Suggestions from the community, is it? Is that what I mean?
Yeah, do elaborate on that. So, in the meantime, let me take that joke longer. Can you imagine something like that actually working for, like, say, they mentioned that they're having a female-only tournament? And if this community-driven skills, so they're gonna be full-on. So the female players are gonna be full-on, like vouching for players to watch them so they can activate their skills. Then after that, if you get 1,000 players, when you did unit attacks, if you have 1,000 watchers, you win the game.
Hey, that's them unfair towards the male players, because females are way easier at getting the number.
Correct. Which is why it's hilarious. Alright.
Holy shit.
Alright, Andrew says, I still can't get over the fact that the boss Greetry of the Narukami is called Eugene. Oh, yes. Yes. It's Eugene. I think you and you and Leon have a friend named Eugene, right?
Yeah, we do.
So you have a friend named Eugene. So did he respond? Did he actually respond?
No.
No.
To my knowledge, no.
Okay.
Even if I do, right, Leon would have said it first.
Yeah, I think we have to ask Leon that whether he will respond. Hey,
but the main joke for this one is right. Okay, I write to Trickster. I write to Virina. I write to Eugene. Okay.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay. Go, Eugene!
You can, Eugene! there's an old clip in wrestling actually, because there's a character there was a character named Eugene, and he's actually he's actually portrayed as like a special needs person. A special needs person. So then he caused the big heel at the time, Triple H, like a match, and then after that next week Triple H, he wanted to call him out, and then he's like, Eugene, get your ass over here, Eugene.
Wow.
I think Eugene is like Bubbles. There is no way they can say the word without sounding, there's no way you can say that word angry.
Eugene, right?
Yeah, you can't say Bubbles angry. You can't say Eugene angry.
I agree on that. Yeah, it's like, Eugene! It sounds funnier than angry.
I feel glad but also sad for any person named Eugene out there because this is what they have to live with. So
We know one immediate one. We can always check with him. Hey, have you ever had someone call your name out angrily, or is that why you're always the one? You're always the one mediating and not the one being called out on. Oh. Okay, jokes aside.
Just as yes, you should move on also.
Yeah.
Though that's unlikely. Okay.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Blue Eyes Wild Dragon. Nice.
Wild Dragon. Meanwhile. Okay.
Meanwhile.
Alright,
We make more videos of Vanguard versus Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, we actually am planning one pretty soon.
Surprise, surprise! So you guys heard it first. You guys heard it first
On the stream.
On the stream. So for those that are not on this stream, they will never know, and we will never tell them until it actually comes
Unless
out.
they watch the archive.
Unless they watch the archive. Unless they watch this video. So anybody that's watching this video, post the stream. You guys know we're actually planning another Vanguard vs Yu-Gi-Oh, and it will be coming out soon. And I think this one might be the best one that we have done thus far. So yeah, do look forward to it. So for everybody else that doesn't watch this stream and doesn't know, they will never know, and it's gonna come out to them as a huge surprise. So yes, do look forward to it. So updated for Overdress. Yes, the classic Vanguard vs Yu-Gi-Oh updated for Overdress. I think it's a bit too early for us to actually do any Overdress jokes. So we gotta wait a while until we can do that. So I mean, currently right now in terms of Overdress, right, the only jokes that we have is really the stuff that I done in the recap videos. The Snorlax use Fly, the Bonk go to Horny Jail. Those are the two more popular ones. So there are a couple others that I did before, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, right now, Overdress is still a bit too early for us to actually do any jokes related to Vanguard in that sense. So we'll have to wait a while for that. But otherwise, do look forward to Vanguard ZG also. Yes, Isaiah Shadow. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you as well.
Hey, hello Isaiah.
Right.
Isaiah?
Brian clarifies said the community suggests some skills that could be relevant so that the game MFC becoming exciting. There has been people making up skills for fan made cards that could work.
That kind.
Okay. Fan submitted skills are not that commonplace, so I can see them having a platform where that could be a possibility. But then again, in terms of card design, right, it's handled all by Bushiroad's side or whoever Bushiroad has assigned the company to. So I think if you remember, we went to that One Kara Expo. They actually had there was the company that designed all the card skills, and they had the booth that showcased. Yeah. I think
it was called Yuhodo.
Yes, and that company actually, when we went there at the time, right, I think they were showcasing Gear Chronicle skills. Because at the time,
they were, but I think those card tags never came to be.
Those card tags never came to be. So, but the idea of that booth is to actually showcase the process of how they design the card games. So it's supposed to be an enlightening experience for players.
I guess that's why they changed the company.
Perhaps so, lah. Perhaps so. Whether Bushiroad is handling them in or not, also. But yeah, lah. But thankfully speaking, whoever is handling the card skills at this point in time has done a good job thus far. Because because everything seems fair, everything seems evenly matched, and even in the BT also, everything sounds evenly matched as well, which is so good to see. I've been happy with the past 9 weeks or so.
Yep.
And next week is Overdress as well, so we're gonna have a lot more content for Vanguard coming out very, very soon. Right. Brian says that hope the new project is an official online shop for Bushiroad or another mobile game for Vanguard. Mobile game for Vanguard? No. They're technically speaking, they're currently
have one.
They're currently successful with Vanguard Zero. So in terms of a new mobile game, I don't think so. An official online store, they technically have one, but that is Japanese based. In terms of worldwide, I'm not sure if there is a worldwide Bushiroad shop. I think there is. It's the one that's based here in Singapore. It's the place where I actually bought my Panther sleeves, Persona 5 Panther sleeves, and it's actually right here.
Where is it again?
It was located at City, Bras Basah.
Oh, okay.
I think it's the Bushiroad Singapore offices so that were doing it. So if that is considered the international store, it's been years since I've looked into it. But if it is an online store, I wouldn't consider it as a big project. I think they would have announced it thus far. So hard to say that either one of those things could be the big project that they're talking about. So right. Andrew says, right to Eugene. out there somewhere, this person Eugene feels a shiver go down his spine. He feels like he's in trouble. every time you write Eugene feels weird somewhere.
One of the Eugenes in the entire world, yes.
Eugene feels weird somewhere. So
can you imagine a famous celebrity called Eugene filming halfway and all of a sudden it's like
yeah, so it's like write with caution. So when playing Eugene, write with caution.
You guys heard it here first, huh? The memes. Hashtag write with caution.
Alright. Brian says that another mobile game might cause another hype, especially if Bushido manages to fit the whole physical gameplay in the game also. I mean, if they do AR,
I mean, here's the thing. If they want to do a card game that the whole physical game of Vanguard into the Vanguard app itself, right? They wouldn't have made Zero in the first place already. They would have made something that's exactly the same thing, like what they did for, like what Yu-Gi-Oh did for Duel Links. But instead, they went a completely different direction while keeping most of the elements similar. So, a mobile game not so, but maybe an app. Who knows? Like a I don't know. What power calculator? I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh had live counters.
Maybe
as an app, but
maybe. Considering that it's announced in Japanese, it's not likely the case. But if it was announced in English, right, I like to think that there might be a companion app, because Magic the Gathering does have a companion app, and what the app does, right, is that you can actually scan cards, and then it can actually, if it's a foreign card like printed in a different language, they can actually translate the card for you. They actually translate the card for you, so you can kind of see. So say that if a big project was integration between the Japanese and the English cards, meaning that like with the companion app, you can actually scan that might open the door for, like, say, mixed language decks in official tournaments even as well. So yeah, I mean, that is one possibility that could be the case, although I highly doubt that is a possibility, because the announcement was in the Japanese side, so it could not be a companion app, I feel. Indeed. Alright, so Brainy says, I hope the new project. Okay, we read that already. Right to Eugene. And the name of the brand gate is Deuce. It's like ripping Deus Ex Machina from Gear Chronicle. Fun fact, Brain. Deus is the Latin word for God. And in terms of Deus Ex Machina, it literally translates to God in the machine. So this is basically describing Ophisto as a god or so. So yeah, it's not really like ripping off, it's the Spanish name for God, and that's the only way that they can get the word God in there without getting the word God in there without actually using the word God, because we all know, how sensitive the Western side can be in terms of religion. Yep. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised that someone named Eugene somewhere feels this meme. Haha, I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Yeah.
Show says
is another collab with Shaman King.
Yes, that news actually came up on here, so if you want to take a look. Because I saw a collab with Shaman King. It might be earlier, it might be earlier. So just give me a moment while we scroll up and find it. Because I'm not sure how this collaboration actually worked out rather. So it's so out of left field. Here it is. So
Shaman King.
Yep. So there's a commemorative card that is being printed for Shaman King, and this is it, so. If there's any skill text, it's gonna be revealed. Yeah, I think because the reboot is happening April 1st. But in terms of like relations between Bushido and Shaman King, that kind of dodges me, because I can't think of any sort of relationship between the two companies. Maybe is Clamp or Kinema Citrus actually handling the animation?
Not sure there. Not exactly too sure about it.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to see where the link is also, but yeah, this is actually a collab card that's actually happening. Hi, Leon.
Hi, Leon.
Sorry, I'm late.
No worries. Right, so yeah, we're just talking about the Shaman King.
Oh yeah, the Shaman King one. This is actually quite interesting. Out of nowhere, we have a Shaman King collab.
Yes,
the RKO.
Nowhere. So speaking of RKOs, we were talking about Eugene. Do you have any updates in terms of what your mutual friend Eugene said about him being a card?
Oh no, I have not said anything.
Oh, you did
I
not
did
say
talk to him
anything.
about. No, I did not say anything. I did talk to him today, but it wasn't about this.
Oh, it wasn't about this also. Yeah, because
Yeah, it was
everybody,
about the
because
data
the joke came up thanks to the chat actually saying that, you know, every time you write Eugene or you call Eugene, it's like it sends shivers down a real world Eugene spine.
Each time when you write on Eugene, a Eugene smiles.
And then later I was talking about how there was a moment in pro wrestling where there was a character named Eugene, and then the heel at the time, right, tried to call him out so that he can kick his ass. But then because he's shouting Eugene, Eugene, he's trying to sound angry, but it just sounds more comical.
Wow.
Then it made me realize there are now two words that you cannot say angrily: Bubbles and Eugene.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
Hi Shinji, yes, we are just talking about the card releases and just kind of anticipating what the next big project that they have teased in the live stream actually. So
Yeah.
Potato, have you guys had your dinner? Yes, I have my dinner already.
Peanuts, Leon. That's the whole like.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not deep enough to know what that one is. You gotta enlighten me on that.
I
You gotta
have
like me.
no idea.
Correct.
Dude, if I didn't know, I doubt you will.
Maybe, perhaps, kinda, sort of. Hi, Brian.
Hi brain, yes, indeed. Right.
Brain.
So, right, as we were mentioning, so we got a lot of good things to expect from not just for next week, especially with the review of the Brick project. I think me and Dems, we kind of give our thoughts on what it is.
Wait, scroll down. I saw something
Sorry.
again.
I just saw Shinji's comment, flaming USB dragon.
Brett is ripping off gears. Honestly, no, not really. So I wouldn't really say that. So
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
not yet.
At least, like, not really.
To me, when a skill is completely ripped off is when its cost and its requirements are exactly the same. That's where it's...
Yeah, I mean, just because of Deus, I don't think that's a strong argument
No.
to say that that they're ripping off gears. I mean, Deus literally means God in what was the language again?
Latin.
Latin. Yeah. So it's just a way of getting around saying things that are supposedly sensitive to the current PC community of the world, like Seraph White has been renamed Seraph Snow, and previously White Hank was renamed to Cool Hank.
Correct.
For obvious reasons. So it's their way of going around the international butthurtness society of the world.
I mean, if you want to talk about ripping off from Gear Chronicle, then you look no further than the great one from the
Tier Square, yes.
Tier Square, the great one for the new set for Keter Sanctuary, because its skills literally says choose one of your opponent's when this unit drive checks trigger unit, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and put it at the bottom of the deck. That's a Gear Chronicle steal. That's the rip-off right there.
Except Gear Chronicle doesn't require you to check.
No, it's part of the gaming also, but the effect is very Gear Chronicle. So
Okay, I got it.
I don't think so.
Andrew said Pecora's introduction sounds like Armando. Oh yeah, instead of Domo. The other members may have say with different nuts instead. No wonder.
Oh, it's a
Okay,
Pekora
okay.
joke, so okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was saying that I don't feel that it's considered a ripped off because the end result and the cost. The only thing that's similar is just the end results. Because if you want to put it that way, then I could say that every other clan just ripped off Kagero because they all can retire.
They all can. They all also ripped off Draconic Overlord because it has Draconic in its name.
Yeah, or just straight up restanding lah. Then that's a rip off of Kagero. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair to just say that it's a Gear Chronicle riddle just because it then send things to the bottom of the deck.
Correct. So just because the name itself is not a strong enough argument, it's got to be more than that, which also includes skills and design or capabilities. You got to lynch onto something more serious than just the name. Because a name a rose by any other name would smell just as sweet. So poo so the word poo can smell as sweet as shit. Although shit has a bigger connotation.
Complete of YouTube.
What was that analogy?
Please don't flag us, YouTube.
Alright, we're fine. So, alright. Kyle says that something I like about the new right lines for G2 for Hexaorb can be used in Bastion to look Grade 3 on top, and Baromagnes Grade 2 can be used in Bruce. Yes, that's the nice thing about the cards here is that while they are meant, the right lines are meant for the right lines as you see for the ace in there. But in terms of like usability in other decks, right? Yes, you can absolutely use this to check for Grade 3. You can use the Grade 2 to check for the Grade 3, look at the top card, and after you can put it top or bottom deck. If it's not a Grade 3, you can put it at the bottom, and then this one gets plus 2k. If it is a Grade 3, you can put it back on top, and after you can check the Grade 3 for Bastion's ability. So that's what's neat about these ace cards. And not only that, also they're rares. So these are easy to get. These key cards are actually really easy to get, which is what is nice about this.
You know, again, once you say Bastion, my brain farted.
Because you're thinking of the ooh. Woo.
Yeah. No, not the. Okay, it's but the most commonly known is.
Yeah, that's the same one.
Yeah.
Different. No, it's the same guy, but the difference. You don't remember much of the, but remember more the. Of things.
Then okay, now that you mentioned that, right, I think actually I found a picture of Bastion in gun mode for my joke. They just start running my ass off. Because originally that joke for now, let's see who's behind the mask of Bastion, was supposed to be Ashura Kaiser because of the skill. But then I thought it funny to put Bastion. But now that you mentioned it, I should put Bastion in gun mode and just start running my ass off. Oh
Victory goes for.
Haha, Grade 3 goes.
Haha, Grade 3 goes.
Ranked stuff for Tomari feels like true Dimension Police. I hope the Overdress brings back Dimension Robots, of course.
Yes, they will.
It's a bit
Yeah,
hard to run with.
they do bring back some sort of the spirit, at least, of every single clan in that nation.
Correct. I actually just replied to somebody that commented on our community tab actually. Community tab they got into Vanguard because of Pilmoon, and because of what's happening with Vanguard, they are a bit sad that Overdress is a thing. But I told them Pilmoon still exists in premium. Same thing. Currently right now Dimension Police is still in premium and in V standard. But you can expect to see them in Overdress very soon, and they are probably very integratable with their premium counterparts as well. So you can expect good things to come out once they release. So yeah.
Yep.
There's nothing but good hopes that you can expect from Overdress. The reboot is less of a curse and more of a blessing, and a proper reboot as far as I'm judging it. So it's like a proper reboot of the game, which is very nice. Right, moving on to where we catch up. Let's see about next week's.
Okay.
Yeah, we're further up. So right. Hang on, So it says about next week's stream, one of the builds will get a token because the box have a token build. Yes, there is a token in the BT. So any speculations on where it could be? Because I think that token could actually be for Renegade.
Oh? Is that so?
I dare say that it could be for Brangate, because if it is a Narukami style for Eugene that's coming out from there, I honestly think that it would play with the bind. It will still play with bind, similar to how Narukami has played thus far. And yeah, and that wouldn't really need a token system for that also. In fact, putting a token system into that Narukami style of play, depending on how they play it, it might not actually work out quite well. Especially when it comes to integration with it in premium.
Yep.
Maybe that's true.
Because I think they do think along the lines of, they're also thinking along the lines of how this affects premium as well. And that's why the cards all here seems to be quite, it plays nicely well with not just within Overdress but also in premium thus far that we've seen.
Okay, next, let's see now. Brains will say that, what do you think of the new art for Megumi and Tomari? Okay,
Kaya.
I said this yesterday and I will say it again. I felt that Tomari should totally be the Stoichia player and not Megumi.
Yeah.
Because she consistently has this cat face or this teddy bear face on her face.
Yeah.
And then while Megumi has this very serious look on her.
So
I'm not gonna lie, Not gonna lie, Megumi looks very classy over here.
She looks very
Yeah,
classy.
she does.
Yeah, she looks absolutely classy here. And I still find it funny that Kita Izumi actually tried to figure out how she get all the hair into the hat.
Yeah.
Like she's really like twirling her own hair just to figure out how she get all the hair in there. So
I mean, I'm no hair expert, but I'm pretty sure there's a way to do that.
there's gotta be a way to do that.
Not-
Also.
Not realistically, at least. Give me tomorrow. I'm gonna Photoshop I gotta do a head swap between Tomari and Megumi tomorrow. That's the proof of point.
Just to prove a point. That's
Yeah.
funny, so. Alright, so yes, we do like the new art for Megumi, and for Tomari, which I flashed earlier. I think the photo should be down here somewhere. Tomari, seeing her in the police uniform, like seeing her in a uniform, actually, like it makes her more what's the word? Interesting. Like
More
her character-
sophisticated.
she looks-
She definitely looks very not say different. She looks more mysterious than she lets on.
Yes. That's the vibe that I was looking for. That's the words I'm looking for as well, because her distinguished look here, right, really like kind of like it's counter to what you know her to look like, especially in a normal outfit when they're playing Vanguard and such. So seeing her in like a more distinguished outfit really adds a lot of air of mystery to her.
Yeah,
I think you guys are just giving her too much credit that she's worth.
most likely.
That depends
But
on
I am kind of biased towards Tomari. So
But that depends on how
Both are.
they write the show, so which is, well, the first episode, technically speaking, is premiering next week, which we gotta watch. Which you all need to watch and we need to sit down and talk about, so because that is a request by Daddy Angrieto. So which, if you guys want to request videos from us, you guys can absolutely do so. The join button below allows you to have the privilege to be able to request certain videos from us. So if you want to support the show directly, you want to support the channel, you can do so over there. So yep. Shinji says, is it me or is the only one who planned Keter's skill is a big fan of Morikawa?
what if it is Morikawa?
Yeah, what if it is Morikawa?
I mean, Moriketa sounds like Morikawa. So
That's a
I'll
huge
leave you guys to
flex.
do the conspiracy theories.
That's just a theory, guys. Again,
Again,
theory.
theory. Thanks
Thank
for
you for
watching. Stay,
watching.
please.
Stay. Plot twist: flaming USB dragon when out from horny jail locked the card. That seems a bit too much.
Yeah.
At this stage right now.
Wait, there was one comment after that, before that also.
Stoichia has Monster Reborn.
Brain says Stoichia has Monster Reborn, Keter has Pot of Greed, who will have Dark Hole, Dark States.
No.
Dragon
Okay.
Empire has it.
Oh, sorry, Dragon Empire. My bad.
Empire.
Oh, we were actually talking about legit cards. I thought we were making a joke. My bad.
No.
Dragon Empire.
No, Dragon Empire has it because they have the order card. Color Blast up to one or more. Then for every Color Blast you use, destroy one people's regards. That's freaking Dark Hole.
No, controllable dark hole.
Controllable, yes.
Yeah, what
And you
was
don't destroy your also.
what was your joke about what's your joke about the order card? You Color Blast 5, you destroy 5, and then you counter charge 5.
Yeah, that is like 555 standing by. Oh my god.
It only works in premium, by the way, guys. It only works in premium, so.
Draconic Overlord, the cross is confirmed 5.
Samuel, hey, welcome to the stream. Yes, you can actually make your video requests. You can actually send us a PM on Twitter if you have Twitter, or on Facebook as well. If not, you can just make it here, then we'll see what we can do from there. So.
Actually, I would rather that you actually do a PM to us so that we won't miss it.
Yep.
That would be better, yes.
Correct. So, please do so. Get in touch with us somehow. Even if you don't have any of those platforms, you can actually do so by email. You can email to us at crossbones.vanguards@gmail.com. So.
Yes.
So you can-
Somewhere where it will be not missed.
correct. So. Isaiah Shadow says, when's the next waifu wars? When has the waifu wars ended? Like, seriously.
It never.
It
in
never-
every new anime season, there will always be a waifu war.
No, even across brands also, like waifu wars never end. Especially when a new waifu comes into the fray. It's like, it's like suddenly there's a new Waller out on the horizon every season or so. Coming to state they claim as the best waifu. Like, when has it ever ended? honestly. Can I do it in Discord? Yes, you can absolutely do so. You can PM either myself, Leon, or Dempster on Discord, and you can let us know. Then yeah, we can absolutely send us through over there. So Adis says I can't wait to actually deck build. Oh yes, I'm actually interested in deck building for Overdress once it finally comes out. But we have to wait for the BT though, so that's like April 16. That's the release date for the thing. So
Yeah.
right. Brain says that the voice of Blue Angel in Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains is not yet revealed. Who do you think she is, and what deck was she play? What deck was she played? Sorry, I had the hiccups. Unfortunately, I don't watch Vrains, so I really cannot say much about what kind of play it is or who will play it. So yeah, you're drawing a blank. My guess is as good as anybody. So you're Malowin. Oh, okay. Yeah. You can absolutely send us something there. So no problem.
Wait, hang on. The voice of Blue Angel in Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains is not yet being. Blue Angel didn't Vrainscape like ended very like last year? I thought Blue Angel was already out, unless we're talking about the English dub here.
If you're talking about English dub, then no lah, we wouldn't have a clue. But in terms of Vrains, like the season already ended in Japanese. So the English one, so right now the season for Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now is actually 7th.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, Blue Angel was the one of the female characters that came out later. I think it was the more prominent one. She was she was one of the early main leads. Yeah, and she's a classmate to the Yusaku. If I recall. It's been a while.
Blue Major.
It's been a while. So.
Yep, Blue Angel.
Oh, Blue Angel. Okay.
Blue Angel. She was the idol.
Uh-huh.
She won her first few rounds and then she proceeded to lose the entire season. Wasn't
Wait, what deck was she using?
She was using.
Trickstars, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Trickstars.
Zaizen Aoi.
Yeah, the Trickstar, yeah, correct.
Yeah, Zaizen Aoi. Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, there we go.
The only thing I remember about Vrains and everything else is just Mirai no circuit for the next 10 bloody minutes until they finally removed it.
Wait, it's a she? I think the Blue Angel is a she, right?
Yeah, it's a legit she.
Yeah, it's a she.
No, in the anime world, usually the idol is legit a female.
Yes, unless specifically promoted otherwise, idols are usually all female. So
Yes.
my contrary to that example is the male idol animes that are out there. So
Yes.
the last character in Overdress, they said that is the voice actors of the Blue Angel, by the way. So the last character in Overdress,
Nakashima Yuki? Oh yeah, I can see why. Yeah, she's also under the whole Hibiki. Wait, she's under Hibiki? No. Wait, hold on a minute. Nakashima Yuki. Oh, she's on the NDC Universal. Okay. But yeah, she has very close ties with Bushiroad.
Yes. Kaio says that Blue Angel VA in Vanguard can play Lyrical Monasterio. I don't think so, because I think Lyrical Monasterio might not make an appearance in Overdress actually, because it's not one of the 5 main nations. It's off nation. It's the whale. It's the whale nation.
Are you suggesting that they are not important to the story?
I'm not saying that they're not important to the story, but it's
because by saying that basically it's like they weren't even included at all, because that's what it sounds like.
No, I'm just going off of what was reported, because they said that there's the 5 main nations, and then there's a 6th nation. But the 5 main nations, like that's the story they're gonna be focusing on. So I do not think that they will be releasing any players that plays Lyrical Monastery, or rather have any focus in the anime, because the anime is supposed to be mainstream now. So we can also expect them to actually throw out any sort of like promotion for the card game's release in terms of like the story plot and the game itself. So.
Yep.
So they don't reveal yet. Yeah, they haven't revealed yet. So Isaiah Shell says SS Whale.
Yeah, SS Whale, legit.
In terms of the waifu wars, Kaios is on Team Megumi. So Brain asks OG waifu versus G waifu versus Overdress waifu. I'm guessing choose your own. So.
Yeah.
Well, OG waifu, I'll pick Asaka for myself. G waifu, I probably will pick Luna. And Overdress waifu, I probably will pick Tomari. So I think out of the three, I think I would still be impartial to Asaka. Because the voice actor is, played another role that I'm generally fond of. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why. But yeah, I'd say in terms of character-wise, it'd definitely be Tomari. Just 2 words already, like, hit the nail on the coffin.
Alright, then what about you, Dempster? What's yours?
Misaki Tomari.
Yeah, Misaki Tomari. The only reason why Misaki's not on the last list is because she's not there.
Wait, hold on. I have to contest the second Misaki because you probably have to pick a original character from G.
Oh, original character.
I mean, we can still be Tomari, but
I'm torn between Tokoha and Tokoha because for reasons, but because of Aimi. Like legit. I'll go with Aimi.
Okay, so you go for So.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what's my waifu for this 3? OG waifu, IG. G waifu, Noah. Overdress waifu, you. Something's wrong with this list. Something is very wrong with this list.
Dude, you know we're live on the internet now, right?
Yes, I know. I am
We
very
know. Anyone clipping this? Please clip it. Kirinuke shite kudasai. Arigatou gozaimasu.
I'm a man of culture. Then at the same time, I look at them, I see you are a man.
I see you're a man. So you see something glowing underneath. If any Photoshop like some kind of glow underneath the face, you're like.
That's the great tree right there. That's the great tree right there.
Something is standing up and it's not my Vanguard.
Andrew and you are like, of course Leon, I figured, and Potato's like, yes, you. Yes,
Okay,
you.
let's see now. Samuel is like, I sent my request to Eon. Okay. Just want to imagine an episode where they use crossover decks in the anime. It sounds like an episode between Jaden versus Yuki at the last episode of GX.
What do you mean by crossover deck? Like decks that are like collaboration decks?
Because
like one person uses, I don't know, Bang Dream and the other uses Token Rambu or something like that.
Yep.
Can you imagine how expensive that episode would be?
Yeah, in terms of money,
like full on like feature length film already.
No, at this point, it's like it looks like something right that can be done only in Gintama. You can only find it in Gintama. Only Gintama can pull this crap also. Yeah,
I know, right?
Well, Andrew says that for OG probably Korean, G Luna versus Eska for the Overdress. What's the name of the police lady again? It's Seto Tomari. Yep. Kaio says, talking about Lyrical Monasterio, in the wiki, Lyrical Monasterio is a nation for women of all races. Lyrical can be a villain in season 2. It can be if they choose to. So, yeah. But I have posed this danger before to Debs is aware of this. Pose the danger that because Lyrical Monasterio is open to women of all races, that can also mean that Adelaide could be an idol. In Lyrical Monasterio.
Lyrical
Monasterio needs their own cheer girls.
Yes.
I mean, you can't not have a cheerleader for an idol group, right? You need someone. You need someone to be the Wotage. Hey.
I think in terms of like cheerleader idols, I think there's only one, but I think that is in professional wrestling at this point in time. Because there is a Japanese wrestler. Her gimmick is that she's a former idol that got fired from her job. If you know who I'm talking about, her name is called Maki Ito. So you feel free to look her up. So.
Oh yeah, alright, I'm gonna look it up now.
Yeah, I see.
Move on.
Yeah, moving on. So you should see her recent video because she did one with like a group of dancers at the back. Then she criticized, shit dancers, shitty dancers. Okay, Troy says Suiko, Rin, and Tomari. Still Tomari, actually.
Okay.
Tomari is winning by a long shot for now.
But yeah,
But okay. Therefore, if you want seriously just asking within female categories, right? Definitely for sure, the three waifu song the season is OG is Suiko. I really like Suiko.
Yep.
G actually not there isn't a lot to go about for it. I never really like any of the girls in G because they're all just plain too annoying. In their own respective rights, which is unfortunate. So, if I were to choose, I guess it's. I'm suddenly in a dilemma. I suddenly have an existential crisis over this. G, yeah, most of them is very forgettable. I guess.
Okay.
I mean, aside from the shit she put on Shion.
Yep.
And she's also the one I forgot her name during the.
Yeah. So we got Luna and Dare.
Dare. Every arm fan right now.
And then lastly for
Overdress.
And lastly for currently for Overdress, I guess Megumi.
Megumi. You got first for them, Megumi.
Because Tomari is kind of like the colleague I will probably take my fingers and stuff out of nostril because she said something really stupid. Then she give you the face of then I just
You flip her over your shoulder by hooking onto her nose.
Even though she's a Seto. Even though she's a Seto, so yeah. That's what you would do. So.
I know, right? Yes.
Because she just had that face when she's like, oops.
Yeah.
Sushi Slayer says sounds like the meme where Pikachu covering itself with a blanket and something arises. I don't think I've seen that meme, so but yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Bermuda being the villain laughing emoji. Yeah, I mean it could be possible. It's not out of the
Just
realm.
read the emoji.
Yep. Kaio says Overdress counterpart in anime will be undress. No, that's the Rule 34. That'll be the Rule 34 for Overdress. And Samuel has chimed in. You want to talk about dilemma? Here's another dilemma for you. Draconic Overlord the idol.
If you have played Battle Spirits, this is nothing new.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you play Battle Spirits, there's nothing new. So yeah.
Can you imagine, right? Battle Spirits turns Draconic Overlord, right, will become Dronias Ovilia.
Something like that, yes.
Dronias Ovilia.
But like, what was the name? What was the name for Magnemizer?
Magnolia Miser.
Magnolia Miser, yes.
Magnolia.
Quite terrifying kind of fight against anyway. So, anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Yes, Brain says that his waifu is Suiko, Misaki, and Tomari. Again, similar with them, so I have to argue the Misaki because you should pick an original character from G.
I mean, there's not a lot to go around. There's only like what, 3?
Yeah, there is 3 only.
4. Sorry, 4.
4, yeah.
There's Tokoha. There is Hashimarin.
Yep.
There's Arm and Luna.
No, you forgot Kumi also.
Who the hell is that?
Okay, on purpose. So. Okay, on purpose.
I mean, she doesn't play any importance to anything other than being this high-pitched little girl.
She's the best friend. It's similar to Emmy and Mai. Mai is the best friend of Emmy, so she plays the actor, exactly. but you know she's the token best friend. So
yeah, but the problem is also that they play absolutely no part into anything.
How much so? Yeah. Right. Then
even Morikawa had a bit of importance in the reboot.
Only if you give him like a proper deck. So I think even though they're promoting
No, as in like in terms of story, even in the standard story, he plays a bit of importance. But in the main series, he did also play some importance. More prominently in the reboot, because in the reboot version, he was a more likable character because he's somebody who actually had something that he wanted to do, and was actually a proper player. And that's the Morikawa I much preferred compared to the comic relief in the original Vanguard because that was very very annoying.
Mm.
It's a try hard team rocket kind of thing.
Yeah, now that I think about his characterization in G, right, or rather in the original anime, right, he went out from the first bully to becoming like the comic relief ally of like the main character, which is kind of dumb. But it's very tropey also because they always do this in card game animes, in that sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Daddy, you're late. Yes, you are. We've been at this for about an hour already. So, but it says rule 30. Yes, but it says rule 34. I haven't visited that place in a long time. Do not go back.
Do not.
Do not.
You forget she's an artist. She's an artist. There is no escape.
Yeah, but there's other places for it. So in the meantime, I'll just say
That is
cease.
very true.
I'll just say cease.
This and this. Like a Nitten.
Brain says OG Husbando versus G Husbando versus Overdress Husbando.
Okay.
Well, Kai, Chrono, and Danji. I picked Danji. Danji!
Sorry.
Oh, fans.
Namida!
Like, all the IBO fans are like,
Yeah,
IBO.
the IBO is
Iron
coming out.
Orphans.
So every time we hear the word Danji's name, we always go into Iron Blood Orphans. And if you want to find out why, you can see on the very first episode why that is the case. So
Yeah, you don't need to go so far. Just the first episode is enough already.
Yes.
First appearance, first episode. Last appearance, first episode. Just a minute.
Okay. I already said mine. That's why mine is the superior because it's both the husbando and waifu. You cannot.
Yeah. The waifu bundle.
Waifu dolls.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right. Ren,
about them,
Kazuma. Yeah, what about them?
Huh?
Yes,
Oh, Hans bundles.
Yes.
Alright, let me think. First episode. I would totally go for.
Okay, like we don't really say husband, more like more
Favorite male
Yeah,
character.
more
Favorite male
preferred.
character.
Favorite male character. Yeah, definitely. Let me think. I will go for Shin for the very first one.
Mhm.
Nita Shin. G would be. I don't remember. Oh shit. Guys, quick, feed me the names. I need to remember who they are.
Chrono, Xion, shit. Today I'm drawing a blank.
I know, right?
There's Andre as well. There's also Kazuma. Shoot.
Oh shit! I just realized we have
Good
Kazuma.
Yes. Yeah,
We
Kazuma.
have Kazuma, and now we have Megumi. We need Aqua, and then we need Darkness.
You got darkness in the dark irregulars keyword, so yeah.
Yeah.
No. I'm not
Yeah, I'll go with Xion for G.
Xion.
V. Wait, we're not going V. Then for this one, Danji. Definitely. No arguments. No arguments there.
You know, if you ask me to pick somebody else other than my initial three, right? It's very obvious who they are because it's obviously Kai
Mhm.
for OG, and then we have Mamoru
Mhm.
for G, and then I have Yu, and all three of them have things in common.
Yep.
My dragons.
Wagons, yep. Absolutely. And Kagero is also. Alright, Andrew says that it's not that particular P monster from Persona as a whole, that it's not an idol. We're never going to be talking about him ever again, so please do not.
A P monster.
Yeah, you should know.
Okay.
You should know them.
Yeah, the sudden revelation that
Potato says, bonk me guys, I need to be in honey jail. Unfortunately, we don't have the. Oh wait, no. She says she needs to be in honey jail. She needs to be
Honey
in
jail. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll gladly do that.
With Gladys
Go to
says
honey
honey jail. Send her bottles of honey. Send her bottles of honey.
Yes.
Now you're in jail. So.
Think.
Kai says
Aye,
G
please.
waifu, Misaki G waifu, Kumi V waifu, Nanami or Shinemon. Cinnamon best boy, yeah. So Seven says I have what they I have what they did to kill. I think you mean like as well. what happened to his
What did they
spikes?
do in the what happened to his spikes?
Okay.
What have they done to Kyo? I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's what I meant.
Yeah, so the thing about Kyo, right, is that in the manga originally, he didn't play Spike Brothers. Spike Brothers was Morikawa's deck.
Kyo, yeah, Kyo, yeah.
Kyo originally played Nobatama. So that's what
Yes.
So what they did. And then they
That's what
gave
they went
Spike
back to.
Yeah, then they gave Spike Brothers straight to Morikawa because that was his clan. And he was actually a really good card fighter in the anime. So yeah.
It was
Not
actually
the anime, the manga. The anime still kind of
Sorry,
dumped him down a bit.
The manga also. But he was supposed to be more competent than what we know Morikawa to be. So yeah.
Okay, just to sound while we're at it, right? The one of the best things of Morikawa is that he has a character. And at least after his the whole bullying arc at the start, right? When they started moving into AL4 arc, he actually stood his ground and fought for the catch up. So it gives him more depth and not just a guy that you just sit around and wait for things to
Not a comic relief.
And not a comic relief. He's still comic relief, but not to a awfully painful sight to behold.
Yeah.
There is Emil.
That's why
Yep.
What?
No, Sam says I can't type, so it's like don't worry about it too.
It's alright. Sorry, don't worry about it.
Sorry, it's fine as well. And we're talking about G can be the Dora user, which is showing on screen right now. So yeah, we never knew her name.
What's her name again?
Yeah, we never knew her name because her name wasn't like there wasn't a lot of time given to her post diff right. So yeah.
Did she even matter?
She was the the original like the human is not. She's just a host for Gridora basically.
Yeah,
one of the six apostles.
Other than
her name is Gaily Kurt.
Gaily Kurt.
Yeah, surprising she has a name, but yeah.
I knew she has a name, but it wasn't prominent enough. So, or rather, it wasn't given as much time as it does. So,
the only thing that was prominent about her was that she wanted Kamui.
Yeah, but it was more of
Kamui
like
is actually very popular.
It's more of like an insect thing. So like find suitable males to
eat their head.
Yeah, to eat their heads off.
That's
yeah, we'll keep it. Alright. So, right. So we are gearing up for release of Overdress, and we will have to give a review of it next week once it comes out. So that's what we'll be doing from there. In terms of we've been doing this for like 8 weeks. We've covered the whole 9 weeks of the Vanguard Overdress. How do you guys feel after these 9 weeks?
Last night was tragic.
Oh yeah.
Last night was just tragic.
Yeah, minus the whole Tomari bonking the entire stream thing. So yeah, because the last image that we saw before the stream went down was Tomari.
Hang on, guys. Andrew, what?
Which head?
Don't take
what?
No, I know exactly what he's talking about, but bro, I'm not gonna say it.
I'm gonna bonk both of them just because you said that. Especially yours. Bonk, double bonk.
I don't understand, so I'll stay out of it. So.
Go to double horny jail, please.
No, we're not gonna talk about it here, Andrew. We're not gonna talk about it here.
Simon says, was Chaos Breaker hosts a girl? No, Noah is a boy. Contrary to popular belief, Noah is a boy.
Yep.
Best husband though, best wife.
Yes.
Yes.
He's like the foreshadowing of Yu.
Yes, he's the foreshadowing.
But of course, yeah. So as we talked about at the start of the stream, rather, because we were addressing the live stream, I watched back the archive, and then the only thing that really missed out was the card reveal, as well as the send off for Dr. O, because after doing this for, I think he mentioned about 300 plus episodes of this live stream, he's ready to be he's ready to take a back seat in terms of the company. So we will not be seeing him anymore in the live streams as we're going forward. So, and even so, the next live stream that's next week, right, is renumbering to number 1. So it's gonna be like Overdress Information number 1, episode number 1. So we're properly moving into Overdress era, you guys. So, but yeah, after we've done this for about like 9 weeks, again, I posed the question to you guys: how do you feel after like doing this for like 9 weeks?
Leon, you go first.
Just 9 weeks. I say it's been pretty good. aside from again, my peep is still with the TD for Dragon Empire, but that's just my personal peep. But everything else so far, is we are looking promising to a new future. As a matter of fact, I've been working on the video for to help players get new players and old players alike to get back into the game and what to take note of and all that stuff. And I really enjoy what I'm working for this current 9 weeks because I'm looking at new information, trying to piece my things down. I know people like Solemn Vanguard, they all has did a video of how to get started, prepare for premium. I waited for all the information came out, and I say it's actually pretty easy to get in now whether you're from premium or not premium. And I like where this is going because usually when the new season starts, it becomes difficult because what is a staple and what is not. In this case, it's glad to know that when the booster comes out or when you get a TD, it's easy for anybody to get in. And it's also easy for me to write stuff.
True.
So yeah, I actually like what has gone through for this 9 weeks.
Before I pass it to them, so I will chime in saying that Samuel says that it's good. He has to go to bed. So yep, thank you for joining us on this stream, Samuel. Appreciate
Thank you. Have a good rest.
In case you're watching this back, the person that's playing Dr. O is Mano Takumi. He's actually the voice actor for Chrono in the Shinemo arc. So I believe he's taking over the presentation of the live stream next week, going forward next week.
Yeah.
And in terms of answering Claude Zeno, hello, welcome to the stream. What exactly happened at the live stream when the live stream crashed? What happened was that the Japanese YouTube servers actually crashed. I believe that that's what happened, and that's what caused the live stream to actually crash at the time that it did. So it was just unfortunate timing on their end. So nothing serious. Everybody is fine. Everybody is a-okay. Nothing too serious to take note of. So
it happens from time to time. So.
All right, Dems, how do you feel about us going through these 9 weeks of Overdress?
Okay, let's get the main things out of the way first, and I like to just express how tired I am trying to follow every single thing for 4 hours straight every week. But aside from that, no, I'm just kidding. But aside from that, right, with all this new information coming in, right, I can definitely see that there is a bright future for Vanguard moving forward. As a new player, I mean, in thinking in the perspective of a new player, it's very easy to get into now than before.
Yes.
In fact, this is the perfect time to get into Vanguard, assuming you have no prior knowledge of what Vanguard was about before. So, I'm definitely looking forward to what they have in store for us for these upcoming few years, probably like 2-3 years, I don't know. And I have nothing but high hopes for Bushy Road and for the whole of Vanguard Overdress. I am looking forward to its success.
Indeed, so.
Same.
Yep, for me, like 9 weeks is like it's been fun, and I'm not just talking about the card reviews as well, but the fact that we're here with the discussion streams, just talking to you guys every week. So if there's one thing that I would like to maintain is definitely these discussion streams, and just talking about the card reviews that were reviewed like the day before, and even shooting the breeze, like talking about Vanguard waifus and you know, wrestling Eugene, you know, like it's absolutely fun to just be able to interact with you guys, and I'm so glad that you guys are here for us, even though we're only here for like, you know, 1 hour plus, but every week it's always been fun also. It's something that I like to continue going forward in terms of that also. Recap videos, we'll try to do our best to do recap videos going forward as well. I definitely am currently writing the one for tomorrow that's coming out, but yeah, Overdress has kept us hyped throughout these 9 weeks, and the hype is still very real, and I'm looking forward to next week once we get the start decks to come out.
Yeah, then I can start kicking both their asses on video again.
Can't kick my ass if I got no deck.
You know, legitimately, that's legitimately what happened. Because when I brought my 2 decks, the Dimension Blaze and the Ethics Busters decks, out when I was going out with Leon, it's like, dude, I brought my Vanguard decks. Okay, I didn't bring my Vanguard decks. Can't beat me if I have no decks.
And then I proceed to kick his face with his own deck.
I mean, no, that one is a Skyblaze, but you know, it's just bleh, you know. you know. Yeah, but we.
Okay, before the whole stuff gets a bit too long, I think we better start answering some stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Clad
so-
says.
No, we start from the top here because right after what exactly happened to the string crash, and this is like I'm more excited than I was of V era. That's great. That's exactly what I feel. And Andrew, I'm gonna bonk you.
There's still a hole in Noah, you know. I'll see myself. Yes, we will bonk you.
Yes.
Please stop.
No one makes you feel things that a man shouldn't feel for another guy.
CG says, Leon, go get the bat.
Bong bong bong! Everybody go to Horny Jail.
Everybody's going
Wait,
to.
let me grab my lightsaber. It's in my camera.
All right.
Yeah.
Claude says, do you think V series card prices will drop when Overdress is released in the card market? I think they already, but not to a far extent. It won't drop significantly because there is still the V standard that's still going to be prominent, and at the same time also premium is still a thing. So in terms of card prices dropping, right, especially for the more prominent ones, it won't by too much, in my personal opinion. Because I can say that because I literally bought the parts for the Clan Selection Volume 2 for Nova Grappler and for Dimension Police. Like they were not as expensive as I thought it would be. So yeah, if it's a testament of how the V series prices will drop, it won't be by that much. So I think that's a good example.
Yeah.
Okay, if you ask me about secondary market, right? The reason why decks are dropping in prices is because people want to get rid of their old stuff so that other people can buy new, so they can buy new stuff.
Correct.
That usually is the case. But in terms of individual card pricing, no, I don't see that it will drop by too much because again, V premium is still a thing, and then cards from the premiums from the V series is still hell of stronger than whatever is currently being introduced in Overdress. So those things won't go down anytime soon, especially when it comes to premium. When you start officially mixing the nation cards into your respective clans, things are gonna get a whole lot more interesting from there. So it probably won't drop that easily. Especially V has a very bad track record of having cards being one-upped too easily, and things are like once a year kind of boost. So so things will stay the way it is for quite a while.
For sure. So, Dems, you got anything to add to that?
Not at all. I think I've kind of said everything that I want to say for Overdress already.
Indeed, also. Right, Shinji says this 9 weeks was roller coaster, but this is just the end of the beginning. I think you mean that it's just the beginning. Like I don't think.
End.
No. For the end for V series, as we know lah. So yes, it is also. But
yeah.
But in terms of like a new era, like we are at the dawn of a new era right now. So and things have been pretty exciting thus far. Adi says would like to see more legend decks in Overdress. Possible. We have to wait and see whether if this current Overdress is successful. Brian.
When it comes to legend deck, I'm a bit not so. Okay.
If you mean like legend decks, as in like what we got with Majesty Lord Blaster and the others in the G series, yeah, hopefully not. Okay lah.
Not very likely, to be honest.
If they have the same treatment as the start decks have, I might be okay with it. So.
No, I just generally didn't like the idea of legend decks for their case because the problem with Bushido releasing legend decks is that some of this deck gets obsolete very quickly. But at least in V, Majesty Lord Blaster and Sanctuary Guard still holds a prominent place. But those are both Royal Paladin clans with a mega deck. I'm sorry, with the legend deck, so to speak.
Mega deck.
With no other clan in it. So,
mega decks, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, so much Battle Spirits. But that's exactly the problem, you see. They don't give it to whoever needs it. They give it to whatever they know is gonna be.
They want to.
So
yeah.
So it actually is kinda irritating. And if the next legend that I see is another it's another IG or it's another Royal Paladin deck, each kind of thing, I'm probably gonna flip out because it's a waste of time. I felt that it's not giving any other clans or any other characters more love than they deserved. Like even when the release of legend decks, right? The problem I have it with them was also that they are not released at the same time. They're released with gaps in between, so painfully away from each other that one mega deck is weaker than the other.
Yeah.
Like the first mega deck that came out was Ren's mega deck, and that kind of worked out at the time. And then when the Kai's Legend deck shows up, it was like what, one whole year after that?
Mm-hmm.
Almost. Yeah.
Almost one whole year, and then that's where they implemented new things into the Legend deck, so there was no standardization. And then finally, when we have IG's Legend deck, where it was closer to the end of the entire G, that was IG's deck was just standing on top because they started having really weird things. And then it didn't help the fact that when the booster came out, the booster has boost for it. While both the Legend decks didn't really get anything until later.
Yeah. That is a huge problem, yes.
Yep.
And heck, as a matter of fact, Kai's Legend deck didn't get any support out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was actually very ridiculous.
Yep.
So I didn't quite like the idea.
But as is mentioned here, so I hope they release more starter decks in the future. 5-star decks seems too limited considering Overdress is still retaining clan archetypes. I mean, clan archetypes is retained. The best thing about it is that they all combine into one nation. So you can have all the styles together in one. So in terms of more start decks, I think they will release more in the future going forward, like maybe like season 2. But for now, I think 5 is alright, one for each nation. So I think right now, with what we have seen thus far as well, like it's perfectly fine for that to be just 5. Then the rest comes from the BT.
Yep.
Right. Brian says, in my opinion, I think getting hyped for the Overdress. I think I'm getting hyped for the Overdress era have the potential to fare better than the other Vanguard eras. I 100% agree with that statement. And
Yes,
says first time clock for traps. That was from the jokes earlier. Potato says it's been fun typing to you guys.
Thank you.
Brain says,
You're
by the
welcome.
way, I'm
Arguments.
excited when you. Brain says, by the way, I'm excited when you guys play Monster Hunter in the future. Yes, we are absolutely excited for that. You can catch us next week, Friday.
27th.
Next week, Friday on twitch.tv/CVGS. So yeah, do give us a follow there if you haven't done so. Right, where we left off over here. This 9 weeks has been good. Thank you for reviewing all the cards this past week, and at least I got to know you guys personally. Well, thank you so much for joining us. So
Thank you so much.
Without you guys, we wouldn't still be here talking live. So it's thanks to you guys being here and just enjoying our content in this live setting, so that we are able to continue doing this each and every week.
We love you too.
Yeah, we love you too as well. So. Right. This says I was thinking one for each nation. In terms of a legend deck for each nation, it shouldn't be a legend deck anymore. It should be new start decks, as mentioned by
How about
Clyde, so.
a nation deck? Okay, never mind, forget it.
Bro.
How about a crate? No lah. If you want that,
Sorry.
you should be asking for the crate elemental one. So.
You know what would be more interesting for them to release instead? It is something that he kind of just said. But it's not gonna be a deck, but rather a nation collection box.
Yes.
You know what they used to do with I remember the blister set. Yes,
Blister?
nation blisters. Last time they used when during the LB during the Limit Break era, they used to have blister boxes, blister sets. So basically, it's those kind of plastic where they have like 5 exclusive cards, that kind of thing, and then they have other things inside as part of its content. They had it for Narukami and Go Paladin at the time, which they had exclusive grade 3 from that set alone. So you can only get it from those blisters.
Blister pack.
Yeah, blister pack essentially.
I guess.
So for nation, if they release a nation-based one, so each of the clans of that specific nation will get their exclusive grade 3 cards that you can get to play.
Yeah.
So it opens option, especially now that we are going into the era of nation decks itself. Having these blister sets will actually help to give so-called boostings to other lesser play styles and create more unique plays. Instead of everything focusing into the booster packs and not having to release another entirely different clan booster like they always do, because Bushido has a habit of creating a new booster and then completely abandons it after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
But
Yeah, like we had the comic collection, and then after that, Volume 1, and then we have never heard from it ever again.
yeah, but they have learned from the mistakes with Overdress that we've seen thus far. And I think your idea of blister packs is actually kind of replicated in the special series. Because the special series, there are going to be like certain new cards that are releasing in that set. I think there's like 5 new cards, I believe.
No. That's not what I'm talking about, Cat. Because that's a clan boost. That's just a special booster set. What I'm talking about is like it's not booster re-releasing stuff with 5 new cards. I'm talking about entirely new set of cards that you can get from the blister. If you go and look up, say, Battle Spirit has the God Zack blister set.
Yeah.
Where they do have some reprint grade 3s, yes.
Yeah.
A reprint extras, but they also have exclusive extra from them blisters. But you guarantee it's gonna get.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying that the special selection is in spirit of it. It's kind of like their version of that take of it. So.
And I don't feel that is the case when
Andrew says 10
of it is.
Yeah, 10 new cards, two cards per nation. Yeah, that's what the special series has also.
But I still don't see the spirit association to that because you're still gambling and hoping you get them.
Simply put, I think what Leon means is that the blister pack is nation specific. So
And
it's like instead of gambling for like what clan what nation you get from each box, right? You're guaranteed at least like you know what you're getting. You know what you're buying for. You're paying for.
Yeah.
So it's like if you want Dragon Empire cards, then you buy this particular nation blister set. Then you confirm get the Dragon Empire cards, just which ones. It makes it easier. It narrows everything down to like just one of each.
But
so you're not hitting a bunch of packs so that you hope to get the 2 new cards out of whatever you is in them.
Well, if they're gonna do,
you're still gambling, but not really. You know?
Yeah.
No, the thing is that about blister pack is that there is a card list that tells you exactly what you're getting in there. And it's guaranteed, and you're not okay. Aside from the fact that in boosters you are guaranteed to get it, what I'm talking about is that blister sets have. Okay, think of it as maybe Yu-Gi-Oh is easier to talk. Yu-Gi-Oh like their gold selection box. So inside is guaranteed like the Dark Magician, then.
Okay. So they straight up tell you what this pack contains, so you don't have to like keep on get buying for it.
I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about as well. Also, I know what you're talking about after the original example they give. What I'm saying is that right, if they were to do like what I want to add on to that is that if they were to do this right, then these blister packs right, they'll be releasing 5 different ones because they are definitely not gonna leave any nation behind. So. All 5 nations should be boosted together, and if they do something like this, they definitely should be 5 nations with blister packs, as you mentioned. So that should be the case.
And so they don't have to waste their effort to create booster packs or full of reprints for no reason.
In a way, so.
And this, to me, what I feel about this upcoming special pack right is nothing more but a quick cash grab for people who just wanted to shiny their decks without buying another deck, which essentially it would be the same.
Well, shiny yes also. Shiny yes, but in terms of in terms of like new sets, it's like we definitely will see new stuff in there. So, but of course, let's get through the first BT first before we can actually speak more on the matter. So.
Yeah, but right now we're just looking at the special box alone, right? We're just looking at that alone with just the 2 new cards, right? Technically, it's not a need, and the 2 cards is just to lure you to buy the shiny box. It's exactly what they did with the Targero and Royal Paladin box for standard, for Nobel Vic and Escapade the Master. It's like the whole box is just reprint. You can basically get your entire TD in the box except shiny, with the inclusion of the exclusive 4 cards in the box. So if you don't care about the reprints, then the box is kind of like a waste of time.
Yep. Yeah, fair enough as it is also. Right, I believe we've come to the end of our stream right now. It's 10 o'clock, so this is kind of like our stop time. Again, thank you guys so much for joining us throughout this 1.5 hours of us discussing the Vanguard stream. We've reached 9 weeks of this already, and going forward, there's still a lot more big things to look forward to. So you can expect more content from us here at CVGS, as well as the release for Overdress coming out. So as Clad said, he's hyped for our Overdress deck fights in the future. Yes, you do have a lot of things to be excited for in terms of the Overdress deck fight. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. we're gonna try and spice it up for Overdress once we enter the era. So with that said, yeah. So if you guys want to like keep up with us in terms of happenings and current releases and our thoughts on everything, do be sure to follow us on all of our socials. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. We also have a Discord as well, so you can find us there on most nights. At the same time, also, if you like what you see here, do subscribe to us here at CVGS. Ring the ding the bell so you get notified of all of our videos whenever they get released. If you like the show, if you like what you see and want to support us directly, do be sure to I got distracted by Eugene. Do be sure to hit the join button. There you can actually join our membership where you can get access to our badges and our meme emotes they can do in live streams and premieres. And you can join people like One Howlaw, Daddy Agrieto, as well as Samuel McKay. You guys are awesome in supporting us. And yeah, you guys can get your requested videos, so one of which will definitely be Daddy Agrieto is going to ask us to be watching the first episode of the Vanguard Overdress anime, which we will do so. So yeah, you guys have any final words?
Yeah, why does it sound like kind of
Any final words?
Final words for the streamer, so not final words as in I'm going to kill you later tonight.
Maybe you know where I stay, so
Exactly.
but yeah, okay. Aside from the fact that yes, indeed, do keep a lookout and do subscribe to get notified of our stuff. So
Yep.
that's the most important thing. And of course, do stay safe. We are still in the middle of a pandemic here, so or we stay safe so that you can play more card games. You must live so that you can watch you appears.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice way of putting it.
That's what we're putting it. So take care of yourself also. Right. Andrew says I can't wait for next Tuesday for Ophisto as well as Eugene. Like I'm definitely gonna have to bring that next week, so Eugene. But Debs, any final words?
Okay. Overall, I just want to say thank you to everyone for watching this all our discussion streams being on Tuesday or Wednesday for the past 9 weeks. It's been 2 months and 1 week worth of craziness, and it has been nothing short of fun and exciting, and just full on thinking about what's gonna happen next. For the next stream, it's always very exciting. And of course, thanks to Cap Leon for coming up with this idea of doing discussion streams and watch-alongs on Twitch. It's very fun. It's been fun to be part of this. I feel like I'm not talking like I'm a guest. I'm actually a host. What the hell? But it's been really fun. Like just the three of us that get together and just talk about basically anything that is Overdress related, along with the viewers.
Correct.
And like what Leon said, everyone please stay safe. It is still. We're still in a very, very dire situation right now, but things are getting better, and we wish nothing for the best of everyone, and everyone to stay safe so things can get a lot better, so that we can all finally go back to our card shops and wherever and just have fun playing cards together physically, not through remote.
Yeah.
And last but not least, sorry.
Go.
Last but not least, I'm also very excited to see what's gonna happen for Overdress. So I hope you guys are just as excited, looking forward to new Overdress content as we are.
Yep. As Claude said, so please don't kill us before Overdress comes out in English. Don't worry, I'm a merciful god.
So you have the pandemic now?
But then it says wash your wash and stay safe, so wash your wash.
Yes. Everybody remember to wash your wash.
Wash your wash. Right, so again, another place you can follow us is twitch.tv/VGS. Do expect us to be around next week a lot because we got a lot of content to show you guys in terms of Monster Hunter Rise coming out next week, Overdress coming out next week as well. We got a lot on our hands, so do be sure to follow us on all of our platforms. So, right, with all that said, thank you guys again for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.